everybody. Happy Tuesday. I still want to say happy Sunday, but happy Tuesday, everybody. We are live on Facebook and Instagram. So I will give you guys a few minutes to join in before we get started. Hi, Afro Love. I like that name. Thank you for joining. Hey, Terry Powell Brown. Thank you for joining. How are you? I need to talk to you, by the way. I need you to do a couple things for me. Hey, Thomas. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Levon. We are live on Facebook and Instagram. Tonight, we're live with Renee. Oops. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to pause it. We got Brandon over on Facebook. How was you all's weekend? I've had a crazy, busy week. I feel like I'm falling behind on stuff, so I got to sit down and rework my own plan so I can get caught up, and so much going on, but it's all good stuff. Hi, Captivating Beauty. Thank you for joining. So I usually spend the first minute or two just chit-chatting with you all, asking you all how your weekend was going and any good things going on happening in your life. And then we'll get started. Does anybody do anything exciting this weekend? I went to North Beach. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar. I went to their Bayside History Museum. It's a really small museum, but it was something really cute up in the cut. And they had a lot of Black Pulitzer Prize. And they had a book that talked about back in like the 1890s and 1900s, what were some of the things that African Americans could do and go in places that they could venture out to. And I wanted to buy the book, but they only had the one copy in the store. So I'm going to order the book, but I might do a special live session just for that, to talk about like where we were and where we are now, because there were things that are familiar to us now that I would have never known. It was named something else way back in the day, and it's only where African Americans could go. So that was pretty cool. Oh, Brandon, you said you got a second job. How about that? Hey, Zakori, thanks for joining. Hey, Nikki, thanks for joining. All right, well, it's 9:02. You guys know that I like to be on time. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Renee Butler, and I'm the Life Over Coach. I'm a speaker and award-winning business owner, a biz builder, and a certified project manager. So I show you how to organize and prioritize your life, and then I teach you how to monetize your business ideas and products. So simply put, I teach you how to get your life and get your money. Sounds good? So happy Tuesday. I call Tuesday nights our date night, and today's aren't ours. If it's your first time joining, drop your name and where you are from. And if you are not following me on all of my social media, go over to Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat or Periscope. Give me a like or a follow. I've been talking about my live and in-person event. If you guys are interested in attending, put a 5 in the comment section and I will contact you personally to talk about the event. And tonight, we have some special guests over here on Instagram land. We've got the Peer Bears. So Peer Bears is bringing enrichment and rearing success. So thank you guys for watching me tonight as your homework assignment. I thought that was pretty awesome. So let me know what you guys think when you're done. All right, so you guys ready for content? Let me see some yeses and we will get started. So today I wanted to talk about, because this is something that's really near and dear to my heart, and I try to teach young children as well as my clients about being very intentional with your life and planning and where it is you want to go. So today we're going to talk about living an intentional life. And so what does that mean? So to be intentional is thoroughly planning for the things that you believe you want to achieve or you want to happen in your life. And with intention, you're always able to craft a better plan, achieve faster results, prepare for or eliminate obstacles that you come across, and then achieve the successes that you've dreamed of. And I always say that when you infuse your God-given talents with intention, like magical things begin to happen. It's like the best winning combination, because I believe that God gives all of us our own personal gifts. And throughout our lifetime, we are continually nurturing those gifts. And so as we do that, he starts to place people in our past that might be for a reason or a season, but they help us to manifest our ultimate destiny in life. Would you guys agree? Uh-oh, Shani is on here. She said she is the Olivia Pope of business, and she's based out of Palm Beach County. Go ahead, girl. I love it. I love it. Thank you for joining, too, by the way. So I put a little acronym together for you guys tonight to every time you think about how you're moving in life, and this can be from, you know, high school, undergraduate, all the way through till the end of time. So my acronym for tonight, I'm going to give you guys 7 tips on living more intentionally, is respect. Because I'm saying respect your gift of life. God has given us this gift of life. We get one chance to do the best that we can with it. So we're going to make the best of it. All right, so step number 1, or tip number 1, is research. So think about what you want to do and spend time learning more about that particular thing. So most of the time I'm on here and I'm talking about business and how to move in your business and how to, you know, be more strategic. But tonight, this is really for your life period, whether it's business, no matter what you're doing, how to be more intentional and make things happen that you want to happen. So I say, don't just jump out there and, you know, say, hey, I'm going to earn $1 million selling some water. Well, in theory, it's a great idea. It's a great goal. It's even an achievable goal. But there are tons of companies out here that sell water. So there's spring water, there's distilled water, there's flavored water, there's sugar-free water, there's zero-calorie water. I mean, you guys get my point, right? So spend some time researching, you know, what it is you want to do, what market you want to be in, where you fit in, kind of what's your niche. For those of you that may not know what a niche is, it's kind of what sets you apart from someone else, or kind of what's your specialty. So if we're using the example of water, you're selling water. So what's your niche? You know, is it some special additive that you add in that, you know, gives people this incredible amount of energy? So just think about what is your niche. Hold on, let's see, we have a comment. I'm the Barack Obama in the start of his career. Brandon logs on every Tuesday night. He's awesome. So he's over here on Facebook giving us comments. You know, think about, so we're going to go back to this example of water. Like, where are you getting your water supply from? Are you going to set up like at a local spring to pull water? Are you going to, you know, outsource at a distillery? Will you use a generic brand and just put your label on it? So kind of like you see products in all the grocery stores that have a generic brand. Well, it's the exact same product as probably, you know, a name brand product. It's just a different label. So, you know, think about how are you going to market and brand whatever it is that you want to do. Speaking of marketing, how will people know that you exist? Have you developed some type of marketing plan? I think you guys kind of get what I'm trying to say. Basically, before you embark on something new, when you're living your life with intention, you want to take a step back and really put some thought into how you're going to move and navigate through life. So not just for business, but everything you do. So for my kids here, my college students, you know, let's say you want to find a job after graduation. What is it? What steps are you going to, you know, take to make that happen for you? A job isn't going to typically just show up at your door. Let's say you're purchasing your first car. You know, are you going to do some research about what the car is you want to buy? There are plenty of cars out there that are on the list of do not buy. So how do you make sure you don't buy those cars? Same thing with homes. You don't just jump out and buy a house. You have to do some research to figure out, you know, how much can you afford? What neighborhood do I want to be in? Is this house worthy of being purchased? You know, it could have tons of damage that it's not worth it to buy it. For those of you applying for like graduate school, you know, what school do I want to go to? Do I have the GPA? Are there classes that I need to take like prerequisites before I can, you know, be accepted? How am I going to pay for it? Where are you going to find the money at? So just spend some time. It can be an abundance of things, but spend time planning for your goals in life. All right, number 2 is empower. So empower yourself and those around you by setting the tone and the pace for how you're going to achieve your goals. So ensure that you are surrounded by people who are encouragers and not dream killers. If you surround yourself with a whole bunch of naysayers, I guarantee you will never, ever, ever in life reach your goals. It's just never going to happen. Because typically, like naysayers, they're the first ones that'll be like, oh, you can't do that, or it's taking you too much time, or it's going to take too much money. And a lot of times it's because these people don't have a plan for their own life. So they're busy trying to tell you what you can't do. So empower yourself to take control of your own life. Let people do them and you do you. That's the biggest thing you can do. And I guarantee you, sometimes right when we're at the point when we feel like we want to give up because we have worked so hard, you know, we put our blood, sweat, and tears into something, and we're still not exactly where we thought we were going to be. In just a few more steps, typically days, weeks, maybe a few months, you're that close to success. So keep going. Don't give up. All right, number 3 is strategize. So think about the who, what, when, wheres, and hows. So who do I need in my life to achieve a particular goal? Is it someone that's in your immediate reach? You know, strategize about how you can make connections. If it's someone that you don't know, see who's in your circle that may know a particular person or how to get what it is that you need. You know, ask friends for emails, but sit down and figure out how to maybe approach someone that's a stranger to you, but could potentially help you reach your goals. And I always say approach people with humility, honesty, and purpose. Don't just go up to someone and be like, hey, I'm trying to do this, you know, I need your help. No, you need to put a little bit more thought into that. Just think about for like startup businesses. You don't go to a bank and say, hey, I need $200,000 because I'm trying to, you know, start this cupcake company. They want to see a business plan. They want to see that you've thought it out. They want to know how they're going to get their money back. So I always say that too, when you're approaching a stranger that you need help with, use that same level of respect and make sure you've done your research. So what do I need to make this goal a reality? So think about from A to Z, what is it that you need before, during, and after to achieve your goals? Write it all down. And then the when. So when and how long will it take me? You know, you could have a huge goal that might take you 5 years to accomplish. That's okay, as long as you are working towards that goal. And the when as well is, when do you have time to actually work on your goals? So for some of us, you know, maybe you're still working a full-time job, or maybe you're in school, but you've got this great idea. Think about Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook. He was in school. He came up with the idea of Facebook. He decided, I'm going to drop out of school. I don't recommend that for everybody. But he decided, I'm going to drop out of school and focus my full time to Facebook. It worked out perfectly for him. But be honest with yourself about the time that you have to really dedicate and work towards your goals. You know, where am I going to work on my goals? Where am I going to find the resources that I need? Where am I going to get money? You have to think about all of these things. And how are you going to make it happen? So this is a good segue into number 4. The how is through purposeful planning. So sit down, think about what you're trying to achieve, write down the steps it's going to take. Think about like what needs to happen first. Some tasks may have dependencies. So maybe, you know, you can't get to task number 7 until you complete at least 2, 3, 4, and 5. Maybe 1 and 6 are things that could, you know, be independent. So think about that. A good example is like, let's say you decide, you know, you want to be a neurosurgeon. Well, you don't just wake up and say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to be a neurosurgeon. I'm going to go get my license and that's going to be that. You have to go to undergrad school. You got to go to grad school. You got to take the MCAT. Like there are steps to accomplishing those particular goals. So you really have to put some effort and planning into your life if you want to be successful. And it is very true when they say you get out of life what you put into it. It's very, very true. All right, number 5 is execute. So now you've got your plan. Hopefully it's detailed enough. It's time to start working on what steps do I need to take. So you're going to start on step 1, then you're going to go to step 2, and you're going to keep on doing that until you reach your goal. And I always say, I don't remember the topic that I put this in, but I had talked about every day do something, some one thing that is helping you reach your goals. It's only 24 hours in a day. You're supposed to sleep 8 of them. Most people work another 8. So you've got 8 hours left. to do everything you need to do in your life, plus work on whatever goals you have. So if you can't accomplish it all in one day, just do one thing, because no matter what, you're one step closer to achieving your goals. All right, I see a couple comments over here. I'm going to grab those real quick. For me, I believe I need to start writing things. Yes, writing things down is huge. Last week, we talked about time management. And one of the biggest things that I try to instill in people is, in the morning when you wake up, write down everything you need to do that day, because it does help with you managing your time a little better. Because you might look at your list and be like, oh my gosh, I've got 10 things I need to do today and get done. So maybe I won't spend an hour, perusing Facebook or Instagram. I'm going to get right to working on my goals. That's, at least for me, that helps keep me on track. When I write it all down and I know what's going on, I can stay on track pretty easily. All right, number 6 in our respect your life tips. Number 6 is compare. So take some time to compare your plan to your results. What lessons have you learned along the way, both good and bad? And then jot those down so you don't repeat your mistakes or you don't repeat your mistakes, but you're then mimicking all of the good things that you've done that have worked out in your favor. Maybe you've made some connections that you can go back and rely on, or you've kind of figured out, if I do step 1, 2, 4, and 5, I get this result, versus if I do step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that order, I get a different result. So take a look at what your outcomes are and make sure you can repeat all the good stuff and then leave all the bad stuff. We don't want to keep doing those. And I always say, find like a mentor and research what your competitors are doing. So in the business world, let's say you're starting a new business, you're working on your business plan, you need to present it to a bank. Banks ask you to do a SWOT analysis. Even if you're not going to a bank, I still recommend all of my clients do a SWOT analysis, because then you're looking at what your strengths are, your weaknesses are, any opportunities and threats that you've got going on in your business. And that does take looking at your competitors, understanding what it is they do, what are they offering, what's their price points. So the same things go in life. If there's someone doing something that you want to do, go talk to them about how they got there, what steps did they take, because a lot of great mentors will save you some time, energy, effort, tears, and money by helping you not make some of the same mistakes. So I always say, find some people that you can, map your path to. All right. And then number 7, what time is it? Oh, we've got good time today. So I'm usually live for about 25 minutes. We've got about 7 minutes left. All right, number 7 is try again. So for better or for worse, don't give up. Try again. If it all went well, set another goal, repeat the same steps. If it didn't go so well, try again. Nothing beats a failure but a try, right? And every successful person that you will ever talk to has had failures in their life. They will talk to you about all of the trials, the triumphs that they endured before they actually reached their final destinies in life. But the good thing about trying and never giving up is you learn so many lessons along the way, not just for yourself, but then you can go back and teach other people and show other people how to be just as successful. And even if you fail miserably, because everything we do in life, you're not going to be successful at. It's just not going to happen. There'll be some things that you'll be able to do pretty easy, and you're like, yes, that was great. Yes, I can check that off my list. But you're going to have things that you're going to fail at. It's just part of life. But the key is to never give up on you or your goals, and to keep trying and trying until you reach success. I think, and I've shared this before too, the average business person, that's a millionaire making millions, they've probably attempted somewhere between 5 to 9 businesses before they found that sweet spot that got them to where they want to be. So I know in this day and age, some of our millennials, I think at least in the people that I know in my age range and have children, we have a tendency to spoil our kids and kind of give them everything that they want. But as you get out there in the real world, it doesn't quite work that way. So you really do have to really work hard for your goals. All right. Did you guys write all that down? Do you want me to go back over? The acronym for respect? Or you guys got it? All right, I'll go back through it really quickly, and then I'm going to open the floor for questions if anyone has any. So under the respect, it was research, empower, strategize, purposeful planning, execute, compare, and try again. You guys got that? I see some wows over here on Facebook and some hearts and some likes and some more things going on. Okay, yes, everyone has that. Awesome sauce. Let me just double check and see if I missed any questions. Okay, he was just giving us a comment about Fortune 500s and people that he knew who were in the sports arena. All right, do you guys have any questions for me tonight? How you guys doing over here on Instagram, all of the Peer Bears? Did you guys learn anything new tonight? You guys are a quiet bunch. Quiet, quiet, quiet. All right. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so what I will do is I'll wait about a minute, look to see if I see any questions. If not, our time is over, and I appreciate you guys for joining in. I am live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. now on Facebook and Instagram. I will be adding Periscope to the list pretty soon. But for now, it's just Facebook and Instagram. Okay, we have a question. So where do you think someone that's starting out late can get a jump start in the business world? So I always say it's never too late, no matter what it is you're trying to do. But I would recommend, if there's something that you want to do, one, you need to start with a business plan. I tell people that all the time. It may not have to be, a full-blown business plan, but you do need to sit down and plan out what it is you want to do, how you're going to get there, how much is it going to cost you, how much time do you have to put into it. Be honest with yourself about, how much money do I have? What resources do I have? Am I going to need a loan? That's a big, big thing for a lot of people, especially if you're starting a business that's got a brick and mortar. Those are very expensive to maintain. So you need to decide if you're going to purchase that space or if you're going to do some type of commercial lease. Are there any licenses or any training that you need to get? So like when I started my daycare, I had to go back to school. I had to get a couple different licenses. I had to get a certification. So I was in school for almost a year taking training classes so that I could have everything that I needed in order to own as well as be a director of a facility, because I decided to do a full-on facility, brick and mortar, versus like doing an in-home daycare facility. So I would look at, you can get a business plan template. If you want my help, I can absolutely help you, but I would definitely go through all of those steps to really think about what it is you want to do. All right. Did that help you, Brandon? All right. Any other questions? All right. Hearing none, I thank you guys for joining, and I will see you all next Tuesday. Have a wonderful and productive week. Thank you, guys. Okay. Facebook doesn't want to end. It wants me to stay here talking to you guys.